Thank you to the sponsor of this video, BetterHelp.com. Uh-oh. Vulnerable moment time. When I was in my 20s, I battled with uncertainty, alcohol, overeating, and bad relationships. Eventually, I decided to take the leap and start therapy. Being able to articulate and organize my thoughts out loud while hearing the perspectives of a neutral party, well, it absolutely changed my life for the better. That is why I support the sponsor for this video, BetterHelp. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist. So if you're feeling a little bit shy, there's no pressure to turn on your camera if you don't want to. With their over 20,000 therapist network, BetterHelp provides a wide range of expertise that may not be available to you locally. Just fill out a questionnaire to help assess your needs, and you'll be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. Then just schedule secure video or phone sessions. Plus, you can exchange unlimited messages. Everything between you and your therapist is completely confidential. If you want to change your therapist for any reason, that's completely free. There are over 2 million plus people on their journey for better mental health with BetterHelp. So many people use BetterHelp that they're recruiting more therapists in all 50 states. Tough times are more tough if you don't have someone to talk to, but it doesn't have to be that way. Try BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/besteverfood. That's better HELP and get 10% off your first month today. Now, on the show. You can actually eat the cup like an ice cream cone, I think. I'm gonna try it out and see what happens. Here we go.
Welcome to Tanzania, one of East Africa's most vibrant, adventurous.
Who am I, Steve Irwin? I don't belong here.
Fascinating countries. Tanzania's biggest city, Dar es Salaam, situated along the coast with a population of over 4 million.
Boom. All right, nub pound.
Our cross-country journey begins here as I head to parts unknown in search of humble street food that packs a big punch.
It's not like there's a couple fish. It is like nothing but sardines.
From fresh seafood sourced right from the nearby ocean.
Oh, look at it steam up.
To local recipes that could only have been dreamt up here.
Something I've never seen before. I don't even know what it's called. What do you call this?
This is Tanzania, and it all starts here.
Welcome and good morning. This is KIVUKONI Ferry Fish Market, the biggest fish market in all of East Africa.
Starting around the 19th century, this fish market was formed even before the birth of Dar es Salaam itself. It has a ferry, it has auction blocks, it has a market. You can even find fresh, hot and tasty, ready-to-eat food. Everything revolves around this saltwater currency, seafood.
This is where everything here at the fish market begins. It begins with the ocean. These fishermen woke up at the crack of dawn, or earlier actually. They went out, they got their catch, and now they're bringing it back.
There is no dock, there is no pier, so they must manually carry the catch by hand from the boats to the land.
Yeah, you might not want to get close. We a little wild war. Covered in tattoos, run it up, taking all the views.
This is really different than fishing I've seen in some countries I've been to recently. In Jamaica, in the Bahamas, it was all about single person fishing. People just had one boat. It was like a solo man's journey. But here, you can see people are working in really big teams. Every boat that I can see out here has at least 10 men on it.
Whichever unfortunate underwater dweller swims into the net will soon be landing on someone's dinner plate. From big to small, colorful to camouflage, from common to rare. Every type of seafood you can imagine is here.
Oh, this is great. For some reason, they've allowed me to come aboard one of these ships. It looks like a bunch of sardines here. They're offloading the catch. They scoop it into the buckets, and then this heads to shore next. It's completely wild out here. I've never seen anything like it, but so far, everyone's pretty friendly and pretty helpful. The only thing they say is don't step on the nets with shoes on. Understandable. Dude, what the heck? This is something you would see on the menu at a fine dining restaurant. A freaking swordfish, 45, 50 pounds, huge. That is wild. Good catch.
When you're out here, there is no trespassing. Captains and fishermen cooperate, linking their boats together and allowing passage from one to the next.
Boom. All right, nub pound. These guys been doing this for the last 15 minutes. It's like this little sideshow. I love it.
If you do make it out here, expect to get wet. That's no problem for a man's man like me, except I'm just kind of worried about getting my microphone wet.
Oh my God, it's my Prince Charming. Okay?
Yeah.
If the seafood heading to shore isn't sold on the spot, it moves to the nearby market where it'll be auctioned off to the highest bidder.
So we got to see where the fish are coming from, but now we're headed to the auction blocks. This is where all the fish head, they get sold, people buy what they need. I'm following Joyce up here.
She runs a food stall inside the fish market, and she knows this place inside and out. Daily, Joyce makes selections from vendors to supply her own eatery. Right now, we're headed to the market.
This whole indoor area, it's kind of a market and an auction block. Right behind me, the auction is happening. Let me explain how it works. This side we have the men. These are the sellers. They're bringing the supply. Over here, the women are the ones buying. This particular table is just full of smaller fish. It is so busy, it is so packed, people are throwing money and throwing buckets. They're putting fish in the buckets and then tossing it back to the people. I've never seen anything like it. It looks like chaos, but if you're local, there's a system here and there's a way of doing things that all makes sense.
Usually this would be Joyce's spot, searching for a good deal on a bucket of sardines. But I've got some bigger plans she doesn't know about.
Is this?
I'm talking tuna-sized plans.
200,000. Yeah. Let me see how it looks.
A whole tuna is a big ticket item, and I need to be sure I'm not being sold a lemon.
Okay. We've got a deal.
Tanzania again.
I just bought a tuna. Clean? One thing I can tell you about this fish market is that people here know how to hustle. As soon as I bought this gentleman came up to me and goes, "You need that fish cleaned?" I said, "Absolutely." So they're gonna clean it. Joyce is here to tell them how to cut it, because it needs to be filleted in a particular way. This isn't a usual type of ingredient for her to work with. This is more of a high-end ingredient in this area. Usually she'd be preparing a bit smaller fish. We're gonna finish cleaning it, we're gonna head to her stall, and then finally, it's time to eat. This is my first meal in Tanzania, and I'm pumped. This is really my first experience in this country, coming to this market, and it's completely chaotic and completely awesome. A few things. It's hot, especially we're on the coast. It is hot and humid, and I've sweat through my shirt twice already. Two, the people are really friendly. Especially in an environment like this, it would be understandable if they were more pushy, more aggressive, or more hostile. They're not. Everyone's really patient, nice, and kind so far. So that's a great sign, especially after our experience in Egypt. Moving on.
Welcome to Joyce's food stall, located in the middle of a long open-air food court. Here, everyone has a specialty. Some have a specialty, chapati, stews, or seafood. One of the best sellers, sardine soup, and no one does it better than Joyce. She cooks down tomatoes, onions, and salt. Add water, then some unripe mango for a bit of sourness, local chilies for heat, and finally, a lot of sardines. Pair this with chapati, a food that's found in India and down much of the east coast of Africa. Due to ancient ocean trading routes that resulted in not only the sharing of goods, but recipes as well.
First of all, just take a look. It's not like there's a couple fish. It is like nothing but sardines. Now, they have taken the head off, so that's nice. What a pleasant surprise. I mean, looking at this dish, I'm like, this is gonna be so fishy, but it's not. The fish are so meaty. They have tiny little bones inside, but you hardly notice them as you chew them. I looked at this and I was like, I'm not gonna like this. And it's stunning. I can't believe it. I wouldn't lie to you. That is supposed to be paired with this, some chapati. Oh my gosh, this is heaven. People usually mix that with this. Love it. I love that all the people cooking food, they're wearing white, they're wearing chef hats, they look like chefs. And after trying the food, they definitely are. Here, this is a tuna.
The tuna is cleaned, then seasoned with grated ginger and a big hit of salt. Fry it in hot oil until its beautifully purple hue becomes brown.
This is the tuna I bought Joyce. She's cooked some of it for me and she can cook and sell the rest, turn a little profit. I'm gonna pick it up, crack it in half, and take a look at that. Break this into a smaller, more bite-sized piece. A little bit of bread. Oh yeah. The tuna is beautiful. There's crispy skin on the outside. It's oily. And then you've got the fish so soft and moist on the inside. Come take a look. Oh, look at it steam up. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you come from. This is food that could speak to anybody. It's fish, it's fried, it's bread. There's nothing more relatable than this. That is breakfast. I'm gonna keep walking around and see what else I bump into. let's go.
So what if you catch seafood that doesn't bring in much money? You eat it. That's what's happening here on the beach with this boxfish and this snake here. Using a piece of wood as a cutting board, water from the ocean, and an improvised stove, they get to work, mixing both types of fish and adding okra, chilies, and local seasonings.
Oh. Two things I noticed right away. Tastes pretty good overall. Salty, very sandy too. It's not gonna surprise you when you go look at the footage of how he prepared it. Yes, he washed the sand off, but he missed a couple of grains. The meat has a good texture. It's actually quite chickeny. So this must be the boxfish. I can show you a shot of a boxfish now. Yes, they look awesome, tropical, insane. It's not like normal fish. It's not flaky at all. It is a lot like chicken. The ugali you're gonna see everywhere in Tanzania. It's not so different from the sadza we had in Zimbabwe. Yep. That's ugali. Doesn't taste like anything, but it's high calorie, high energy, is meant to mix with any other food you have, especially foods that are a bit more rich. So that is it for the beach. We're gonna leave the fishing market. This is the biggest city in Tanzania. Let's see what else they got.
Soon, I'm heading to Dar es Salaam's famous Cocoa Beach, where you'll find street food offerings like nowhere else. But first, On Point Kitchen, a lunch spot with attitude, run by Chef Mabuki.
Is that your picture right there?
Yeah, that's my logo.
The chef started small with a humble stall selling beef skewers. Over time, he built out this restaurant and his menu.
I'm here for a couple of things specifically. Do you know what I'm here for?
You wanna see our local food, especially the changamoto,
Changamoto. Is there anything else?
chips mayai or chips Spanish, we call it.
Chip Spanish.
You know Spanish omelet?
Yes. Okay, I don't know why I said yes. I have no idea what that is. What is a Spanish omelet? I wanted to sound smart.
First, chips mayai, a Spanish omelet with a little bit of a twist.
When you make the eggs with vegetables inside, like carrots, onion, and green pepper, yeah, that's Spanish omelet. So if you put chips inside, we call it Spanish zege.
Chop green peppers, carrots, and onions. Then add a load of French fries, and finally, the eggs.
I make everything that everyone makes, but I make it in a unique way.
It almost looks like a pancake. There's tons of like French fries stuck into it, but it's not ready yet.
Chef Mabuki serves this with his own tomato sauce.
Oh, that's nice.
Feel it?
Yeah, I'm feeling it. So it's really heavy, so it's nice to have some ketchup on top. Tomato sauce, a bit sweet to cut through the heaviness. And then this is great combo of eggs and French fries. Is this something you grew up eating?
Yeah, it's a famous one. What I added is green pepper, carrot, and onion. That's the uniqueness.
Here, we have the gizzards.
Next up, changimoto, or chicken gizzards. The meat makes friends with garlic, soy sauce, MSG, and lime. Fry it until it's cooked all the way through. In another pan, add water, soy sauce, red onions, and vinegar. Cook it down, add the gizzards, and enjoy.
I've got tons of super sweet caramelized onions. The chicken gizzards themselves, nice and chewy. The flavors here are outstanding though, just super savory.
You like them?
Yeah, I'm always a sucker for a good gizzard. So would this be more like what? Breakfast, lunch, dinner?
Lunch or dinner is good.
And this is a bar.
Yeah.
So people come here and drink. Have you ever had to cut people off?
No, we don't tell you to stop drinking.
No.
Welcome to our final destination, Cocoa Beach, the perfect place for locals to kick back, soak up some sun, and slurp down some food.
Nice.
Along the beach, you'll find endless food stalls serving a handful of local favorites. Here, cassava and beef skewers can be found everywhere, but only one vendor serves this.
Something I've never seen before. I don't even know what it's called. What do you call this?
Kitare.
Sounds cool, right? Kitare.
This culinary artisan invented this creation himself. He uses the coconut as a vessel, then adds 2 layers of mashed potato and coconut cream, seasoned with chili powder, lemon, and salt. Top that with mishikaki, a Tanzanian beef skewer.
I'm just curious how this could taste. Coconut cream mixed with chili powder. Let's go for it. Oh, that's good. That's interesting. It's like a Tanzanian shepherd's pie. Potato and beef, some richness from the coconut cream, a lot of salt, a little bit of chili powder, but nothing too crazy. What makes it a little bit different than shepherd's pie is the vessel that it's contained in right here. You can actually eat the cup like an ice cream cone. Oh, that's awesome. That's a wild combination. This is what I love about my job. I didn't even know I was gonna eat this today. I'm loving it. First day here in Tanzania, it couldn't be going better. So, there's a lot more food here. I'm gonna take a look around and see what else I can find. Why is it that like literally everyone is making cassava?
This is where cassava grows here in Tanzania. The place where you're guaranteed to get cassava every day from Monday to Monday. So if you want to have the best cassava in town, here is where you come.
Meet Soja, an attorney living in Dar es Salaam and a moderate fan of the show. He's gonna walk me through some of the local favorites. First up, beef skewers and cassava salad. The salad is made of fried cassava and fresh cabbage, topped with tomato sauce and yellow juice, consisting of carrot, green chilies, ginger, garlic, and onion.
a little spicy. And then it has like a little bit of that MSG flavor that you get from ketchup.
Yes.
Oh, the cassava is awesome. I always say cassava is like one of the most underrated foods. I don't know why like the russet potato in the USA is this like king of starch. Cassava is way better.
Yeah, we use it a lot. You had ugali earlier. Yeah, we use cassava flour to make ugali.
Now, mine tastes a little bit like sunblock. Do you think that might just be my hands?
Maybe.
Does yours taste like sunblock?
No.
It's my hands.
It's your hands.
Do you ever use sunblock?
No.
Here we have like the world's tiniest meat skewer.
Yes.
It's so tiny. So it goes meat, fat, meat.
Grab like 3 or 4 of them.
Wow. Delicious. Is beef pretty popular here?
Yes, in public places like these ones, everything is 100% halal.
Right.
The most popular religions are Muslims and Christians. They almost account to half of the populations. So areas that sell pork here are very well identified, clearly labeled,
Right.
so for Muslims not to get mixed.
All right, this is course 1. We still have one more course here. So there is a lot of similar foods, but I did find something that I had never seen before.
Yep.
Our final unique dish today,
Royal or rodeo?
Urojo.
Oh,
urojo, made with potato, spinach, onions, diced hard-boiled eggs, and 2 special ingredients that Sojo will explain soon. Soak everything in a thick soup made of wheat flour, mango juice, and lime.
is this something that you grew up eating?
Not really. This food is popular in Zanzibar.
Oh.
It's a Zanzibarian dish. So it's also very popular in the coastal areas near to Zanzibar. This we call it kachori, made of wheat flour and potatoes. And then we have bajia.
Oh, yeah.
It's made from peas.
Oh, really? I thought that was beef or something.
No, it's not meat.
The broth, it's very thick.
So the mango juice is thick itself. So when they add a bit of wheat flour, it becomes a bit thicker.
Now I got the kachori.
Yeah. Very tender potato.
Yeah, it tastes like a little ball of mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
That's nice. As you search around, every bite is a little bit different.
That's the fun of urojos. It's a bit like a mixture of different tastes as you go.
There's something I'm really curious about here. There's a ban here on plastic bags, right?
Yeah.
How long has that been in effect?
Sometimes around 2019.
And what kind of impact has that had?
Well, the environment has become a bit more cleaner and better, especially these coastal places.
When we flew in,
Yeah.
they tell you over the intercom on the airplane, do not bring plastic bags into our country.
Yes.
I find it very remarkable because most countries would say, we would love to do a ban, we would love to not have our streets and oceans and coasts littered with plastic, but it's too hard and it's not realistic. They would say that.
Yeah, they would.
But then Tanzania actually fucking did it.
Yes.
There's no way it was easy to begin with.
So the minister in charge by that time did a good job. So they did almost a whole year of education. It was government PR, adverts. And so when the ban started, they went very hard. The first thing they did was making sure there's no plastic bags available in the market from the manufacturer. Then after that, it was easy.
I think it's remarkable. I hope more countries follow suit, including my own country in the US. I think there could be a lot more done to limit the amount of plastic consumption that there is, because that plastic ain't going nowhere. It's gonna be there until the day both of us die, which for me is gonna be very soon. But for you,
Probably like a few years after you.
yeah. This is incredible. A pleasure hanging out with you, eating with you.
Thank you.
And I might have to get another one of these. This is awesome. The more I eat it, the more I like it. Best Ever Food Review Show is a small team of independent creators, and everything we do here works because of you guys. Click the link in our description to join our Patreon and receive exclusive benefits. A peace. Tanzanian? It's like a Tanzanian shepherd's pie. Yeah. Wow. All right, everything's going fine. All right, what is this? Is that a piece of fat? Is that a Chinese dumpling? I don't think it is. Sorry, COVID. It was always eating with hands.
Yes.
What about when you're done? You run to the ocean? Boom! That is the end of our first video, our first episode here in Tanzania. We're in the largest city in the country, but tomorrow we move forward. We're going deep into the countryside. We are gonna see some food, some tribes, and some people you have never seen before. Well, at least I've never seen them before. It's gonna be wild. Stay tuned for more. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. That's it for this one. A peace. All right. I saw a guy selling horse rides. Oh, here he is. I want to ride this guy's horse. Or eat it. Maybe we could roast it? How much weight do you think that horse could hold? I don't think it could handle me. I should ride off into the sunset, but I'd rather just get a beer. I think I'll do that.